Good afternoon. Good afternoon from glowing Havant. It's Wednesday, looking for the date, Wednesday the 13th of May. Noonday movement snack. Opposite the window. So I'm doing my budgie dodge in my Hollywood glow, or ghostly glow. Maybe it's a ghostly glow. If this is the movement snack you're looking for, it's Wednesday the 13th, noonday, if you're catching up. If this is the one you want, really want, stay right here. We're in the preamble and we'll get going in about 4 minutes. If you're watching on catch-up, you have the luxury of sliding along and missing this bit if you prefer. But for now, I need to say hello, welcome, good afternoon to Scotland, Leicester, Dagenham, Edinburgh, Manchester. Just trying to remember where you live, just trying to locate you all. Jane, Bob, Maddie, another Jane, Kelsey's in. Northumberland, Manchester, Leicester, got a middle up, Dagenham, got no Wales yet. Great to see you folks, come on in for the noonday movement snack. What's to report? Anything to report? We could go for weather reports, or you could go for hello Germany, Red Rita's in. Any crowbarring, any movement minutes at all, or have you come here for some 10 movement minutes because you've been a bit still? Have you been sat for a while, so you're looking for a bit of a boost? Thanks, Carol. You got my Spice Girl reference. It's the one I really want. If this is the movement snack you want, really want, I'm here. Hiya, Diana. Diana's sitting on top of the world. Is that with Titanic arms, Diana? On top of the world? Or you might need to do some shoulder rolls before you go for the full extension. We'll do that in a minute. Hello Myra, Rossneath is in. Hello Dawn Scout, Scotland's in. Basingstoke, that means Emma Cameron's in the house. Alright Emma. Emma, another LLT buddy, friend. Lovely lady, generally. I think, hang on. About a minute and a half. Pants just in. Angela, give me something to go on. George has a cardio fitness class to report. The comments are moving too quick. My eyes can't move that quick. Dawn's been on a presentation this afternoon, so she wants some movement. Here's Wales. Nice to see you as early again. Kelsey was still there, so I used a refresh button. Jane's done a catch up. Chichis is waving. The collective are in. The Day Elliott Chapel Collective. Boom, boom, boom. Last 30 seconds. Pat, you've been crowbarring, hoovering. Hoovering's a bit like ironing for me. Don't really see the point. Don't hear my mum say that, but yeah. Hoovering, gone in. That's a big old activity snack, that is, hoovering. Got some functional bend, got some arm extension, got some knee bend as well. All rush, so panting. Hello, we're here. Vivian's in. Bolton's here. Gillian's in. Right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Good afternoon. My name is Bex Townley, battling for the best budgie dodge to get you all. This is the second movement snack today. Another 10 minutes in the benefits movement bag following Kelsey's breakfast movement snack this morning. So in this lunchtime movement snack, slightly shift of focus. You've all been around moving a little bit more than you were at 8 o'clock. So we're going to go back to exploring our minute moves. And the aim of these minute moves is to give you some movements, some functional rhythmical movements that you can crowbar in in between tasks. So perhaps if you've been hoovering for a long time, and quite often we just need to break up these repetitive positions and move in a different way and then get back to the task. And these minute moves really help with that. Let's go. Starting with the circulation boost, we start all movement snacks with this 1 minute of circulation boost. Let's get moving and then we'll talk through the prompts. In standing, external support at an appropriate height for you. Start to move the feet, walk the feet, or march, whatever you want to call it. Get moving first and then let's think through the prompts. Keep going if that's where you are in stand. Here's the seated start position. Keep going in stand, keep going. In sit, we've got a hip walk forward. Loads of benefits just in this hip walking. You're going to start the circ boost either from the top down with the arm march or from the bottom up, you choose. So everyone's moving. Now the aim is to think about how we're moving, what is actually happening during this movement, starting with lift out of the centre. This is where all of the support comes from. Lengthen here, open the chest, strong support structure supporting the moving parts. The moving parts in this scenario is ankles, feet and toes. Got some hip and knee going on. Now really feel the roll through the foot. So the ankles, feet and toes are doing the work. They're absorbing literally the legs, squeezing out and back into the floor, bringing arms, 1 or 2 when you're ready, bringing together a steady rhythmical movement of arms and legs. And when we do this, we get a little increase in heart rate. This is usual, so you're going to get probably the need to take a deeper breath, not exhausted, not breathless, and still comfortable but active and ready. That's the same in the chair also, whether you've brought those together for arm and legs or whether you've just gone for upper body, entirely up to you. Now I've got 4 minute moves for you. We're going to feel our way around these, get into the zone, feel these little minute moves, and then you could decide which ones you think would work for you to crowbar into your day. The first one I've called sideways quick step. I've said before, I don't do any dancing, I'll leave that to the dancers. What I'm trying to do with these little titles is give you a hook to think about, to help with the crowbarring and to literally remember the movement. Let's have a look. Take up support if you're in stand. We've done elements of this. It's a sideways step plus an additional step either side. And you could call this an adjustment. So as we move in daily life, we are constantly adjusting what's happening with our feet as we change direction. So I'm just trying to replicate that, but also give you the time to think about that. So it's the sideways step, using the ankles, feet and toes, plus can you see I've got this additional extra step. I've called it a quick step because over time we're trying to build up the responses around the feet and ankles. So not everything we do in life is really deliberate and really placed and really considered. We're constantly having these extra little steps and adjustments. So this is the sideways step, quick step. Sideways step, quick step. And it's all about feet, ankles and toes and keeping a slight gap between the feet. Use support if you want to, and throughout this side step, quick step, maintaining the support from the centre. So it's a step and it should feel fairly fluid. So take the step and then just change weight again. Take the step, change weight again. Keep going with that. Feel your way around that, ankles, feet and toes. Seated option. If increasing your standing tolerance and time is on your radar, is on your goal, we replicate, we do the same. We take the side step and then a quicker step. A side step and then a quicker step. Now in seated, this is going to require a lot more lift and support from the centre. So you might want to hold on. If lower limb isn't an option, we're going to revert back to extend and hip shift. So hitching up through the hips. If lower limb isn't an option, or for what any reason, you don't want to focus on that today. That's the sideways quick step. Hopefully I've given you enough hooks and meaning behind how that can support daily activities being on feet. These 10-minute movement snacks, these 10-minute moves directly infiltrate effective, confident ways of moving in daily life. Let's go for the upper body extension mix. We did this on Monday. And just to plant the seed here, I've changed the task now. I've changed the movement from lower body focus to upper body focus. And there's lots of benefits in that as well. So think about, not staying in the same movement or posture for too long. Pick it up when you see it. Sit or stand, exactly the same. Starting with the shoulder roll. You did this with Kels this morning. Then into the arm float. We generally do this in the 4 p.m. Or continue with support on that arm float and just do one. Then we come up again, we bring the hands in and we press out a little bit, slightly different angle and in, and then it all comes together. There's the roll, there's the float, there's the down, it comes in again and out. And as much extension as you're comfortable with, but can you see on the extension, my arms stay in front of the body. Keep going with support. If you prefer, a little bit of a hip lean can give you the confidence to stand up more freely. It looks like this, and this, and this, and this, and then this. Should feel fairly rhythmical, should feel smooth, it should be comfortable, and we're aiming for both sides of the body to do the same thing at the same time. So we're bringing in our coordinated, mindful kind of thoughts from the 4 p.m. Exactly the same in sit. However, keep going with that. Feel your way, slow, controlled pace. In sit, you might feel a bit impeded by the arms. So you might want to use the legs as that. So you can take the shoulder roll and you can slide the hands forward on the legs and you can almost brush off the feet here. These aren't feet, these are legs. Come in, so you can actually use the legs to help with these movements. And if extending to the side is not comfortable for whatever reason, you can extend to the front instead. In these minute moves, what I hope to do is bring together lots of different movements that we use, because in life, stuff works together, very rarely works in isolation. All right, the third minute move, got to keep it in there, is the sit to stand power snack. So we're kind of really getting into our strength type activities where we're going to need some muscle strength and power. And power is really the kind of oomph, the little bit of pace, the little bit of oomph that helps with critical movements like regaining balance, taking steps, going upstairs, getting out of chairs. So here we go. Let's review the sit to stand. Feel for the chair if you're coming to sit for the first time. Control it, take it slower if you can. And now we have our options. It is the jockey lift. Do you remember the buttock squeeze from Monday? This is where it comes in. So we press the heels into the floor, squeeze the buttocks, and that helps drive us forward and up. Get the balance on the top end. This could be the quick step that we had about 4 minutes ago. So all these adjustments are part of the movements and they help build confidence. So it's either the jockey lift or the full stand. And if you're confident and comfortable with a full stand, a little bit more power on the way up, but a little bit of control on the way down. In seated, if knees aren't happy with these movements or don't want this many movements, we can go back to our buttock squeezes, or you might want to hip walk back in the chair and take away the power, take away the sit to stand and just explore, have a feel of this extending the leg and getting the muscles in the top of the thigh to work here. If the sit to stand isn't an option for you. Last minute move. Just gone over time, I crowbar this one in. I've called it low shelf, high shelf shift. It's one for the teeth. Really functional in daily life. Lifting, carrying is part and parcel of, it's why we have hands, it's why we have arms, it's why we have shoulders. Can you see how we incorporate now all of our trying to get the right position, our shoulder, our hip hinge, our posture positions, probably with a little bit of our 4 o'clock as well, how all that stuff comes together to actually bring in our picking up stuff from a low level and placing it on a high level. And this arc, this smooth movement is important and relevant because generally when we go to reach something, we want to bring it close to the body. Here, it's easier to manage, it's just easier and more efficient. We bring it in and then we take it out again to where we want it to go. We bring it in and then we take it out again to where we want it to go. So with or without a chicken or any other rod, there's a bit of weight on this. So, or you can bring the hands together. It can be without the legs, and you're bringing in so much of that shoulder and upper back and extension activity. Or you can bring in the hip hinge and the little knee bend. All of this can be done with support close to a wall, here, but what I'm really focusing on is this smooth and coordinated action of upper to lower. And each time you do this, you can creep up a little bit more. You can creep up lower or you can creep up higher. Then if you want to, you can take your low shift, high shelf shift with your sideways quick step. So here we go, it comes from here, the adjustment, and then it goes to there. We step back, we get our balance and adjust and put it where we want it to go. Now that movement sequence is quite possibly already in your day. So this isn't just about crowbarring in additional minutes, it's about being more mindful of what you're already doing. So that alone just ramps everything up. So yes, it's additional, but maybe we're just enhancing what we're already doing. I've got a ghostly glow. That, folks, are your minute moves from today. Tomorrow's noonday, we're going to get back on some trios and do a little bit more specific functional strength. Take some minute moves, crowbar them in, or think about how you're already doing this perhaps. So being more mindful of what's already happening. That's your second 10 minutes in the benefits bag. Back at 4 p.m. for some slow, calm, coordinated plus big stretch. Keep on moving, crowbarring in. Have a great afternoon. See you in 4 hours.